The theme of today's live is long-term fitness results. So I have 4 quick points because I got to go to the gym, so we're going to be quick. All right, so point number 1, when you're trying to get long-term fitness results is you need to create good eating habits. So number 1, the first good eating habit is eat 40 to 60 grams of protein with each meal. So let me give you some examples. For breakfast, that can be a protein shake, 2 scoops of protein powder. For lunch, that can be 8 ounces of chicken breast or chicken thigh or salmon or steak or shrimp, 6 to 9 ounces of that. For dinner, it could be the same thing, like 6 to 9 ounces of some kind of meat with whatever meal you're going to eat. Next point, eat vegetables with every meal. Except for breakfast. Like for breakfast, if you're doing a protein shake, you don't need to do the veggies. But for lunch and dinner, definitely have some vegetables. So it can be a salad, or it can be some broccoli, some kale, whatever. Always have a vegetable with every meal. The reason why is because vegetables are typically lower in calories, they're high in nutrients, and they're going to fill you up. So if you eat vegetables, you're going to be less likely to eat the other high calorie foods, and that's great for calorie management. Next point. Don't double carb. I actually when I analyze people that are in great shape, they have a lot of these habits, especially the double carb. So let's say you're going to eat a burger and some fries. I wouldn't do the burger and fries because you have the burger bun and you have the French fries. That's a double carb. Instead, you either going to eat 2 burgers with 2 buns and you might have some vegetables on your plate, or you can have the 2 burgers without the buns and you can have the fries on the plate. But try not to double carb. If you go to Chipotle, you don't need the rice and the tortilla and the beans. That's 3 carb sources. Either get the tortilla and the double meat and the veggies, or get the rice, the double meat and the veggies, or get the beans, the double meat and the veggies. But 1 carb source, especially if we're looking at calorie management. Next, eat a bad snack 1 day a week. So if you're going to do ice cream, if you're going to do Oreos, if you're going to do, like bad snacks, we know what snacks are bad. We're going to do this 1 day a week. Every other day in the week, we either going to stick to fruit or we're going to go for like the healthier alternative. So not a chocolate bar, we're going to get a protein bar. Not a regular cookie, we're going to do a protein cookie. Not regular chips, we're going to get some protein chips. Not regular ice cream, we're going to go for some low-calorie ice cream. We're going to go for some Greek yogurt. We're going to go for some nuts. Not only is this good for calorie management, not only is it good because it's going to give you protein, it's going to be good for your muscles and the way that you look, but it's also just good for your health in general. The next main point, you want to create good movement habits. People that are in shape year round, that are always in shape, they at least get 60 minutes of physical activity every day. So if you're somebody who has a very sedentary job or if you work from home and you work in front of a computer like I do, you have to ensure that you get at least 60 minutes of physical activity every day. Now, to keep it simple for myself, I like to just do some cardio. I get on the treadmill or the elliptical or the Stairmaster, or some people have walking pads. Some people like to walk outside. But I recommend you find something that you enjoy. I enjoy boxing. I do that. I enjoy playing basketball. Sometimes I do that. Some people like pickleball. Some people like to dance. Find something that you enjoy to do that you can do for 60 minutes every day. And the only time you shouldn't do it is maybe if you're sick. But other than that, do something. You can easily walk outside. You can easily go to a park. You can easily go to a trail. And that's something that you can do with your entire family. Right? There's no excuses with this. I've been working out for like 12 years and I will gain weight. I will gain like I said, I got to be careful what I say. I will gain weight because I stopped doing these habits, especially now that it's going to be cold soon. We have to be very intentional with making sure that we're getting in this 60 minutes of physical activity. Yes, it is a sacrifice, but it is a necessary sacrifice. And if you make that sacrifice, it will reflect. Number 3, lift weights 3 times a week. This is good because the more muscle mass you have, the more calories you burn. The more muscle mass you have, the stronger you are. It affects the way that you look. It affects your structure. And it's very simple. And when I say lift weights, it doesn't necessarily have to be at a gym, bench pressing. It could be you doing calisthenics at the park. It could be you doing push-ups and bodyweight squats at home. When I say lifting weights, I'm talking about strength training, If you don't know what strength training is, you can Google strength training routines. You can go on my page, or you can reach out to me separately, and I can, direct you with some of my services and products that can give you a strength training routine that you can follow. Now, the final point for tonight, right? When you're looking for long-term fitness results, is you got to understand that something is better than nothing. I see this with all of my clients, not all of them, but most of my clients, like 95% of them, they feel like if they're not able to do something perfect, they shouldn't do it at all. And I have fell victim to that myself. Oh, I can't go to the gym. I'm not going to be able to do my full 60 minutes, so I'm not going to go. Why? Go do 10 minutes. Go do 5 minutes. I don't care, but something is better than nothing. At least if you do 5 minutes, yeah, you're lacking 55 minutes, but consistency is better than not doing anything. Consistency is better than intensity. I'd much rather you do 5 minutes consistently, because you can always build up from there, than once in a month you do 60 minutes, but you're not consistent with it. You will get much better results if the intensity is low and you're doing a little bit, but you do it on a consistent basis. When it comes to lifting weights, for the last month, my heart has not really been into lifting weights like that, but it is a necessary, and I have to do it at least 3 times a week. I might go to the gym and do 2 exercises, 3 sets each, with a light weight, just focusing on form, but I'm being consistent. And if I stay consistent, who knows? December might roll around and I might start lifting heavier. I'm going to lift with more intensity. But it's much easier to be consistent and just pick up the weights and increase the weight and increase the intensity, as opposed to if you just stop completely. Imagine how hard it's going to be for you if you stop and then you got to kind of start over from scratch. You got to remotivate yourself. So understand that something is better than nothing. If you cannot stick to your diet 1000%, understand that something is better than nothing. I would much rather, instead of you just saying, you know what, forget the diet, I'm just going to eat pizza and fries, I'd rather you eat the pizza, fries, but you add in 6 ounces of chicken breast. I'd rather you eat the burgers and fries, but you get a side salad. I'd rather you get, you have your burgers and fries, and you say, you know what, I'm going to eat half the fries, and I'm going to replace the fries with, half the fries with some broccoli. Every little decision that you make, it adds up. And if you keep on trying and trying and trying and trying, eventually you will get closer and closer to perfection with your diet. You will get closer and closer to perfection when it comes to your workout routine, with your cardio routine. And that is how great things are built. That is how great routines are built, one piece at a time. We're not trying to get perfect. We're just trying to move in a better direction, 1 inch at a time. All right.